23, page 93. For the first time in many years, Okonkwo had a feeling like happiness. The clan that had turned false on him appeared to be making amends. He had spoken violently to his clansmen when they had met to decide on their actions. They had listened to him with respect. Although they had not agreed to kill the missionary or drive away the Christians, they had agreed to do something substantial, and they had done it. For 2 days after the destruction of the church, nothing happened. Every man in Umuofia was armed with a gun or a machete. They would not be caught unawares, like the men of Abame. Then the district commissioner returned. Mr. Smith went to him, and they had a long talk. 3 days later, the commissioner sent his messenger, asking the leaders to meet him in his headquarters. Okonkwo was among the 6 leaders he invited. Okonkwo warned the others to be fully armed. "We must be prepared," he said. The 6 men went to the district commissioner armed with machetes. They did not carry guns, as that would be unseemly. The commissioner received them politely. They put their goatskin bags and machetes on the floor and sat. "I asked you to come because of what happened. Let us talk about it like friends and find a way of ensuring it does not happen again," said the commissioner. Ogbuefi Ekwemu rose and began to tell the story. "Wait a minute," said the commissioner. "I want to bring in my men, so they too can hear." The interpreter left and returned with 12 men, and they sat with the men of Umuofia, and Ogbuefi began to tell the story of what Enoch had done. It happened so fast. The 6 men did not see it coming. There was only a brief scuffle, and the 6 men were handcuffed and led into the guardroom. "We will not do you any harm," the commissioner said to them later, "if you cooperate. We have brought a peaceful administration, so you may be happy. If any man ill-treats you, we will come to your rescue. But we will not allow you to ill-treat others. You burned people's houses and their church. I have decided you will pay a fine of 200 bags of cowries, and when you agree, I will release you." The 6 men were sullen and silent. As soon as the commissioner left, the head messenger shaved off all the hair of their heads. The 6 men ate nothing throughout that day and the next. They were given no water to drink, and at night the messengers came to laugh at them and knock their heads together. The men found no words to speak. On the 3rd day, when they could no longer bear the hunger and the insults, they began to talk of giving in. "We should have killed the white man," Okonkwo snarled. "Who wants to kill the white man?" asked a messenger who came in, and he carried a strong stick and hit each man. Okonkwo was choked with hate. When the men were locked up, messengers went to Umuofia to tell the people the men would not be released until the fine was paid, and if were not, the men would be hanged. The news traveled quickly through the villages, expanding as it went. Some said the soldiers were already on their way to shoot the people of Umuofia, as they had in Abame. Umuofia was like a startled animal, with its ears erect, sniffing the silent air and not knowing which way to run. The silence was broken by the village crier, who called the men in Umuofia to meet the next morning. And at the meeting, the men of Umuofia decided to collect the 250 bags of cowries. They did not know that 50 bags would go to the court messengers, who had increased the fine.